Embracing life's journey, the power of past, present, and future. Welcome to a transformative exploration of life's journey. Today, we're delving into profound insights that have the power to revolutionize how we view our past, navigate our present, and approach our future. These invaluable lessons come from an extraordinary individual whose work has touched countless lives and continues to make the world a better place. Andrea Williams Jones. Andrea is a visionary playwright and minister whose unique blend of theater and ministry has created a powerful platform for change. Her impact reaches far beyond the stage, touching hearts, healing wounds, and inspiring transformations in ways that ripple through communities and generations. Through her ministry plays, Andrea has crafted a message that resonates deeply with the human spirit, offering hope, encouragement, and a new perspective on life's journey. Imagine for a moment a world where every person feels empowered to embrace their journey fully. A world where the weight of past regrets no longer holds us back, where we navigate our present with unwavering confidence and step into our future without fear. This isn't just a lofty ideal, it's a transformative way of living that Andrea has not only embraced, but has dedicated her life to sharing with others. Today, we're going to explore a powerful truth that has the potential to revolutionize the way we approach our lives. It's a truth that Andrea has woven into the fabric of her ministry plays, a truth that has the power to encourage, motivate, and elevate not just women, but anyone who's willing to listen and truly hear. Are you ready? Here it is. Understanding the journey of life is the key to living a life of purpose, peace, and profound impact. Now, you might be thinking, understanding the journey, that sounds simple enough. But let me tell you, there's a depth to this concept that, when fully grasped, can change everything. It's not just about acknowledging that life is a journey, it's about truly understanding the intricate tapestry of our past, present, and future, and recognizing the divine thread that weaves it all together. Let's start with the past. Andrea's work teaches us that to truly understand our journey, we must first learn to accept our past with no regrets. This is easier said than done, isn't it? We all carry baggage from our past, mistakes we've made, opportunities we've missed, wounds that still ache. But what if I told you that every single one of those experiences, even the painful ones, especially the painful ones, have played a crucial role in shaping who you are today? Consider the story of Sarah, a woman who attended one of Andrea's plays. Sarah had been carrying the weight of a past mistake for years. She had allowed this one event to define her, to limit her, to keep her from fully embracing her present and hoping for her future. But as she watched the characters on stage grapple with similar issues, as she saw them journey from regret to acceptance, from fear to confidence, something shifted inside her. After the play, Sarah approached Andrea with tears in her eyes. She said, "For the first time in years, I feel like I can breathe. I feel like I can let go of this burden I've been carrying. I feel like I can forgive myself and move forward." Sarah's story is a powerful reminder of the transformative power of accepting our past. You see, when we cling to regrets, we're essentially rejecting parts of ourselves. We're saying, this shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't have done that. If only things had been different. But here's the truth. Everything that has happened in your life has brought you to this exact moment. Every triumph, every failure, every joy, every heartbreak, they've all contributed to the unique, beautiful, complex individual that you are. Accepting our past doesn't mean we condone every action or celebrate every mistake. It means we acknowledge that our past has shaped us, taught us, and in many ways prepared us for our present and our future. It means we stop wasting energy on wishing things had been different and instead channel that energy into growing, learning, and moving forward. Andrea's plays often feature characters grappling with their past, and through their journeys, we learn that true acceptance comes when we recognize that a higher power was present even in our darkest moments. This presence was there, guiding us, protecting us, and yes, sometimes allowing us to stumble so that we could learn and grow stronger. Now, let's talk about the present. Andrea's message encourages us to handle the present with confidence. But where does this confidence come from? It comes from understanding that just as there was a guiding presence in our past, it is here with us now in this very moment. Think about it. How often do we approach our present circumstances with fear, doubt, or anxiety? We worry about making the right decisions, about living up to expectations, about navigating the complexities of our relationships and careers. But what if we approached each day, each moment, with the unshakable confidence that we are exactly where we're meant to be? This doesn't mean life suddenly becomes easy or that challenges disappear, but it does mean that we face those challenges with a different perspective. We begin to see obstacles as opportunities for growth. We start to recognize that every interaction, every decision, every moment is a chance to learn, to grow, to become more of who we're meant to be. In Andrea's plays, characters often find themselves at crossroads, facing difficult decisions or seemingly insurmountable challenges. But it's through embracing the present moment, trusting in their journey, and leaning on their faith that they find the strength and confidence to move forward. Take the story of Michael, a young man who attended one of Andrea's workshops. Michael was struggling with a major career decision. He felt paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice, of disappointing his family, of failing. Through the workshop, Michael learned to shift his perspective. He began to see that his present moment, with all its uncertainty and challenges, was not something to fear, but an opportunity to grow, to learn, to step into his true potential. By the end of the workshop, Michael had not only made his decision, but had found a new sense of confidence in his ability to navigate life's challenges. He realized that confidence doesn't come from knowing all the answers, but from trusting in the journey and in the strength that comes from within. And this brings us to the future. Andrea's message teaches us to face the future with no fear. Now, I know what you're thinking. No fear in this world with all its uncertainties and dangers. Yes, even in this world, especially in this world. You see, when we truly understand our journey, when we accept our past and embrace our present, we begin to see the future not as a source of anxiety, but as a field of infinite possibilities. We start to recognize that just as there was a guiding presence in our past and is with us in our present, it will be with us in our future. This doesn't mean we know exactly what's going to happen. It doesn't mean life won't throw us curveballs or present us with challenges, but it does mean that we can face whatever comes our way with courage, with hope, and with the unshakable knowledge that we are part of a greater story. In Andrea's plays, characters often journey from fear to faith, from anxiety to anticipation. They learn to trust not just in their own strength, but in the strength that comes from understanding their journey and recognizing the divine presence in their lives. Consider the story of Elena, a woman who had been living in constant fear of the future. She was so paralyzed by what ifs that she was barely living in the present. After experiencing one of Andrea's plays, Elena had a profound realization. She understood that her fear of the future was robbing her of the joy of the present and the lessons of her past. Elena began to see her future not as a terrifying unknown, but as an exciting adventure. She realized that the same strength that had brought her through past challenges would be there to support her in future ones. This shift in perspective didn't just change Elena's outlook, it changed her life. She started taking risks, pursuing dreams she had long abandoned, and living each day with a sense of purpose and excitement. Now, I want to pause for a moment and acknowledge something. This journey of understanding, of accepting the past, embracing the present, and facing the future without fear. It's not always easy. In fact, it can be incredibly challenging. It requires vulnerability. It demands that we look at ourselves honestly, that we confront our fears, our doubts, our insecurities. But here's the beautiful thing. It's in this vulnerability that we find our true strength. It's when we're honest about our struggles that we open ourselves up to real growth and transformation. Andrea's work reminds us that it's okay to be vulnerable, to admit when we're struggling, to ask for help when we need it, because it's often in these moments of vulnerability that we experience the most profound breakthroughs. But understanding our journey isn't just about personal transformation, it's also about the impact we can have on others. When we learn to accept our past, handle our present with confidence, and face our future without fear, we become beacons of hope for those around us. We become living testimonies to the power of faith, resilience, and self acceptance. Think about it. How many times have you been inspired by someone who has overcome great obstacles? How often have you found strength in the story of someone who refused to let their past define them, who faced their present challenges with courage, who looked to the future with hope and anticipation? These stories inspire us because they remind us of what's possible in our own lives. They show us that no matter where we've been or what we've been through, we have the power to write the next chapter of our story. They remind us that our journey is not just about us, but about the lives we can touch and the positive change we can create in the world around us. This is what Andrea's work is all about. Through her ministry plays, she's not just entertaining audiences, she's challenging them to see their lives differently. She's inviting them to step into a new understanding of their journey, to embrace a perspective that can transform not just their own lives, but the lives of those around them. Now, I want to circle back to something I mentioned earlier. Remember how I said that there's a guiding presence in our past, present, and future. This is a crucial part of understanding our journey. It's about recognizing that we're not alone on this path. We're not stumbling through life, hoping to somehow make it through. We're part of a greater story, a divine narrative that stretches beyond what we can see or understand. This understanding doesn't remove all the challenges from our lives. It doesn't guarantee that everything will always go smoothly or that we'll never face difficulties, but it does give us a framework for approaching those challenges. It gives us hope when things seem hopeless, strength when we feel weak, and courage when we're faced with fear. It's like having a compass on a long journey. The compass doesn't make the journey easier, it doesn't flatten the mountains or calm the storms, but it does give us direction. It helps us stay on course even when the path ahead isn't clear. Understanding our journey, recognizing a guiding presence in our past, present, and future is like having that compass. It guides us, it orients us, it helps us make sense of where we've been and where we're going. As we near the end of our time together, I want to challenge you. I want to invite you to embrace this understanding of your journey, to look at your past, not with regret, but with acceptance and gratitude for the lessons it's taught you, to approach your present not with fear or anxiety, but with confidence, knowing that you have the strength within you to face whatever comes your way, and to look to your future not with dread, but with hope and anticipation for the amazing things that are yet to come. This isn't always easy. It requires practice, patience, and often a willingness to shift our perspective. But I promise you, it's worth it. Because when we truly understand our journey, when we embrace this perspective, we open ourselves up to a life of greater purpose, deeper peace, and more profound impact. So as you leave here today, I want you to ask yourself, how can I start to see my journey differently? How can I begin to accept my past, embrace my present, and look forward to my future with hope and anticipation? What would change in my life if I truly believed that there was a guiding presence in my past, is with me in my present, and will be there in my future? These aren't easy questions, but they're important ones. They're the kind of questions that, when we truly engage with them, have the power to transform our lives. They're the kind of questions that Andrea Williams Jones has dedicated her life to exploring through her ministry and her plays. And they're the kind of questions that I believe can lead us to a fuller, richer, more meaningful life. Remember, understanding your journey isn't just about you. It's about the impact you can have on the world around you. When you learn to accept your past, handle your present with confidence, and face your future without fear, you become a source of inspiration and hope for others. You become a living testament to the power of faith, resilience, and self acceptance. So I challenge you, embrace your journey, all of it, the ups and the downs, the triumphs and the failures, the joys and the sorrows, because every part of it has brought you to where you are today. And every part of it is preparing you for where you're going tomorrow. As we conclude, I want to leave you with a call to action, a challenge that, if accepted, could change not just your life, but the lives of those around you. First, I challenge you to spend time each day reflecting on your journey. Look at your past with compassion and acceptance. What lessons can you draw from your experiences? How have they shaped you? Find gratitude even in the difficult moments, for they have contributed to who you are today. Second, practice mindfulness in your present. When you feel anxiety or fear creeping in, pause, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that you are exactly where you need to be. Trust in your journey and in the strength within you. Third, start dreaming big about your future. Don't let fear hold you back. Write down your hopes, your ambitions, your wildest dreams. Then take one small step each day towards those dreams. Remember, the future isn't something to fear, it's something to create. Fourth, share your journey with others. Be vulnerable. Tell your story. You never know who might need to hear it, who might find hope and inspiration in your experiences. Finally, I challenge you to become a beacon of hope in your community. Use your understanding of life's journey to uplift others. Be that friend who encourages, that colleague who inspires, that family member who brings hope. Remember, you are on an incredible journey, a journey of growth, of purpose, of impact, a journey that has the power to transform not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Embrace it, live it fully, and watch as it unfolds in ways more beautiful and profound than you could ever imagine. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of life's journey. May you go forth with a new perspective, a renewed sense of purpose, and an unshakable confidence in the power of your journey. The world is waiting for your light. It's time to shine.